All right, what's up? So in this video, I'm going to be going over the first 14 problems in the module 2 of the SAT practice test number 6. So we're going to go over this. We're going to give explanations of each of the problems. We're going to make it quick. So right away, our first question is, function f is defined by f of x equals 8x. What value of x does f of x equal 72? Now here that at this value of x, f of x equals 72, so we can just say 72 equals 8x because f of x also equals 8x. Dividing by 8 on both sides, we get 72 over 8 equals x, and this is equal to 9. So our answer is B. Question 2, we have this figure here, and we are asked, given that angle 1 and angle 2 are vertical angles, measure of angle 1 is 72. What is the measure of angle 2? Even from the graph, it looks like these angles here, 1 and 2, are identical, but sometimes you can't figure, or sometimes it's not trustworthy. But given that they're vertical angles, that means that they are the same. And so our answer is 72. But you could quite literally tell from the geometry of this problem with just the two intersecting lines that two angles have to be identical. So answer 72A. On a street with 7 houses, 2 of them are blue. What's the probability of selecting a blue house on that street? So we know we have 7 total houses, and there are 2 blue ones. So our chance of selecting one is 2/7. So our answer is B. Rolling down, is the graph here demonstrating a linear function, an increasing linear, decreasing linear, increasing exponential, or decreasing exponential? Increasing exponential looks like this, and a decreasing exponential looks like this. And this is quite easily seen that it is linear, and it is also increasing as we go to the right. So it is an increasing linear. Question 5. Again, we don't need the slope or anything here. We just are looking for the y-intercept of the graph. That is just this point where it crosses the y-axis here. And if we notice, of course, this is at x0 and this is at y minus 4. Of course, we are working in xy coordinates. So xy coordinate of the y-intercept would be 0 minus 4, which is just the answer B. Okay. Scrolling down, we have a system of linear equations. This is a really simple one. We have the direct correspondence that x is equal to 8, which is not a function of y or anything like that. So given that x is equal to 8, if we were to write the bottom one, substituting in 8 for x, we would get 8 plus 3y equals 26. Subtracting 8 from both sides, we get 3y, 18. And dividing by 3 on both sides, we get y is equal to 6. It's 18 times 3, or 6 times 3 is 18. So our answer is 6, right there. Question 7. The amount of Hannah's bill food order was $50. Given a tip of $20 of the amount of the bill, what is the amount of the in dollars of the tip? So it's not asking for the total amount, like the bill plus the tip. It's just asking for the tip, which we know is 20% of 50. So we can just write this as 50 times 20%. 20% can be rewritten as 20 over 100, which is just 0.2. 20 times 0.2, that's going to be 10. But we could also figure that out by writing 50. 50 could be written as 10 times 5, and 0.2 could be written as 1. 5. Multiplying these, this cancels, and you get 10 times 1 is equal to 10, which is our answer. So you don't even need a calculator. Question 8. We can use the fact that exponents, when multiplied together, are additive. So x to the a times x to the b is equal to x to the a plus b. Using that here, we can kind of figure out, okay, this distributive property, we get 5x times x to the 4 is 5x to the 5 minus here, we get minus 6x to the 4. which is this part, but the rest of it's not there, the 8x. Here we get 5x to the 5 minus 6x to the 4 plus 8x3, so B is our answer. This here would give us the wrong scalars, or the wrong exponent form. And this would just give us a completely wrong answer, so B is our answer on that one. Ratio of length of line segment xy to the line segment x or zv is 6:1. So if xy has a length 6 and zv would have the length 1 here. Now on the other hand, if xy had the length 102 as it does in the problem, then zv would have the length 102 over 6, which without even running any calculations, 102 over 6 is obviously not 92 or 96. It's obviously not 102, and it's obviously not 612. So our only answer is 17. And if you were to run 102 over 6, you would 17. So that is our answer there. If we scroll down, we get this here. There's a couple different ways of rewriting it, but it wants us to find an equivalent expression. I'm just going to go ahead and do the easiest way of simplifying this. If we divide both sides by 7, we get 2x minus 3 equals 63 over 7. 3 over 7. And 63 over 7 is just 9, so we get 2x minus 3 equals 9. And that's A right there. Function f defined by f of t equals 14 t plus 9 is estimated length inches of a vine plant t months after being purchased. What is the following, or what is the context of 9? Context. So looking at the y-intercept when t equals 0, our y-intercept here is 9, which means the moment the plant was purchased, the plant was 9 inches tall, or at least it was estimated, which is the exact definition of D here. So D is our answer. Switching up here, what is a positive solution to the given equation? When we have factors like this, and we're looking to make the equation 0, we just have to think about what would make any of these factors 0. Well, if x is equal to -2, then -2 plus 2 is 0, so that's an answer here. If x is equal to 5, then 5 minus 5 is 0. So one of these answers would be 5, and this answer would be -9 plus 9 equals 0. The only positive one is 5, so our answer is C, 5. Brian saves two-fifths of the $215 he earns each week. If he saved for 9 weeks, how much money would he have? So let's go ahead and break this up into two problems. We do 2/5 times 2/15. And that's the amount he saves each week. And we just multiply it by 9. If we were to run that, we would get 0.4 times 215, which is $86. 86 times 9. And 86 times 9 is $774. So our answer is 774. Okay. One more question in this batch here. A rectangle has an area of 155 square inches. The length of the rectangle is 4 inches less than 7 times the width of the rectangle. What is the width of the rectangle? So we know that the area of a rectangle has the equation width times length equals area, and we are given the fact that the area is equal to 150. We are also given the length of the rectangle as a function of the width. We could write that relationship down here as, L of W equals 7 times width minus 4. So if we replaced L here with 7 times width minus 4, we would get W 7 times W minus 4. Running this out and distributing, we get 7W squared minus 4W minus 155 equals 0. And I set that up like a quadratic formula or a quadratic standard equation for. So the deal with this one is we could factor it out, or we could just plot it on Desmos or something like that. If we were to factor it out, what we would get would be an equation in the form of 7W plus 31 and then w minus 5. The only positive solution to this being equal to 0 is 5. So our answer here is width is equal to 5. And that's the first half of this module. I'll probably upload the last half soon or something like that. If you have any suggestions for videos, I'm more than happy to cover them. So please subscribe. Watch it.